G'day guys, what's cracking? It's Ralph here, and today I'm talking about an exciting new product from Novamos. It is a creative, innovative light for vlogging, for video, for photography potentially, but it's unlike anything I've seen before. I think you're going to love it. So check this out. Let's get into it. Let me get the box out of the way. So let me talk to you about this light and some of the things it does. You have angle points at each of the corners, which give you a variety of angles. And let me just show you. You disconnect it by going to the joining mechanism. It is simply this that allows you to complete the light strip or separate the light strip. And now, every light has these little angles just here, this little lever that you pull back, and once pulled back you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I think there's a 7th in there somewhere too. 7 different angles. You can even, if you unclip this, bring it back on itself. If you're thinking, what are the different creative things we can do with it? You can basically put this in any configuration that the double joints on each of the angled connectors enable you to do. It's pretty impressive, right? To start off with, that's where you start. So you can do all sorts of creative things with this. Now, something else you need to be aware of is you can actually disconnect the lights and power this and this separately. What? Watch this. I know! Woohoo! How does it do that? How does it do this? Well, it actually can split into 3 separate lights of your choosing. So you can have 2 singles and the rest. You can have 3 singles. You can have 3 doubles. You can have whatever you like as a configuration. Now, to make this possible, it is plugged in. It does run off the mains, and basically this plugs in to the back of one of these. See, the back of all of these lights, let me use my light to illuminate, look at that, is a power point, and you plug this into the power point and it lights up. Now, this is all controlled then by this little control, because that's what controllers do, they control things. And this little control is halfway down the power cord. The power cord is quite long actually, and watch what you can do with it. You can make things go different colors. So we have natural, we have cool, we have warm. All of them you can't differentiate between the two, so they've all got to be warm or natural or cool, but you can turn them down. Mood lighting, right? And you can turn them up. Hopefully your creative juices are flowing and you're like, ooh, we could do some cool things with these. And they're one step ahead of you, because with this set you get a number of things. First of all, and most importantly, you get a stand, and basically each one of these lights has a mount that screws into here. It's a 1/4-20, screws in, and you can mount any configuration on this single stand. The single stand is massive. It's probably 1.5 meters tall, and on top of it you have a swivel head. Now, this swivel head is not the most quality swivel head I've ever seen. In fact, it might be the worst swivel head I've ever seen. So whilst I'm impressed with the lights, I'm not so impressed with the swivel head. I would buy a different swivel head or try your luck with this. But as you can see, like, that's tight and it moves. And this is a little bit of weight on it when it's fully up. And, well, let me show you. So let's say, for example, you have a nice little, what's 6-sided septagon? It's not. You can just tell me in the comments what you think it is. And you fasten it, and then you can tighten it off there, and you can use this in whatever configuration you need. So obviously you can put 2 bands, you can have 3 and 3 right next to each other, you can have a circle, You can have a square or an oblong. You can do a variety of things. In fact, you might not be able to do a square, but you'll be able to do an oblong or a rectangle. And here's what you need to be wary of. See, that moves a little bit? Like, it's not super rock solid. The stand's handy. It kind of compacts into about this big. It's very lightweight. It has 3 extensions. So what you do when you use stands like this is your last resort is to use the top extension. Use where the most of the weight and the bulk is, so you extend from the bottom up. But this would go like probably 2 meters in the air, and because of the swivel, you can actually put it on an angle. But watch what happens. It's about to fall over. Like, if you put it on too much of an angle, it's right there about to fall over, and that's not always. That's just gonna droop. See that? It's gonna droop. So I would get a new swivel head if I were using this on a regular basis. To make this as versatile as possible, they've given us some little tripods that can hold the different parts. These are the tripods. Now, they're good when you've got nothing else. They're okay when you've got nothing else. They're not ideal because they don't hold a lot of weight. I don't think it has a tight spot. I think it just sits there. It feels fairly secure, and you can use them, but you can just substitute these for a Manfrotto one, or one that has a pivot head that just is much more solid. But basically you can use these to elevate your lights to the level and the height and that which you want, which is pretty cool. So there's these 3 plugs. They look like audio cables, but any of them in any of the holes will turn the light on. And then you find your way all the way back to the controller here to do what you wish with them. Now, obviously, it's not app controlled. It isn't remote controlled, and the reason for that is it's only $59.99 on Amazon, US dollars. So that's pretty cheap. Now, what would you use this for? I'll show you what you'd primarily use it for, and there's another attachment that fits in here that will make it all make sense. Do you know what this is? This is the phone holder. Now, this will be interesting because I use the iPhone 13 Pro Max, the monster of all phones. And here's the challenge. It will fit sideways in here quite well. However, this arm struggles a little bit with the weight of it. And so if I'm not positioning this exactly correctly, it will slowly fall. And it will slowly tilt. So you have to make sure that this ball screw here is nice and tight. You have to make sure your phone is positioned over one of the stands, because if it's not, it'll fall over. However, if you wanted to take this and put it on a proper tripod and turn it to face you and vlog into it, this is what it would look like. How's it look? Is it stable? It feels and looks okay. Looks fairly stable. We could work with this scenario. I'm going to turn my studio lights off, so we're just working with these lights and see if it makes a difference. Is that good? All right, let's change this up a little bit. Let's make it a bit duller. Is the phone struggling to find me? That's about as dull as it gets. Gonna lift it up now. Oh no, I'm changing colors. No, natural, cool, warm. And then let's increase the brightness so the warmth is coming right up. And let's go back to natural and cool. So does it work? It looks okay on this camera, doesn't it? So be interesting to see what you think. For some of you, this might be the perfect setup. For $60, you've got a portable light. You can do all number of things. You can use the light in different capacities, different strengths. You can use it as a photography light to when you're doing product photography. You can use it as a creative light. You can light paint with it. You can't change color, but you can change Kelvin on it. So you can go from cool to warm. It's versatile in that it can take any shape that it likes. And so if you want a lighting bar, you can create a lighting bar. If you want just half of the amount of light, you can either turn it down on this, or you can use half of the light here. You do need to keep into consideration that the accessories that come with this are not the strongest accessories in the world. But there are other accessories you can buy from Ulanzi, from Manfrotto, from other things. I'll put a couple of links down below to help you out that will enable you to get the very most out of this. And you could attach this with a special connector onto your tripod that would enable the light to go around your phone, that would enable the whole thing to sit on the tripod super steady, and you're good to go. Now you could actually put the ring light around the camera. Well, let's do that. So it's a little bit spooky, but it gives you enough light, doesn't it? It's actually quite remarkable. And look at me, I look very attractive with my epic beard that is growing a little bit more in this light. You get this cool little Velcro wire clasp to keep all these wires in check. And you get these two bags that you can transport the stand, the lights, the tripods and everything with it. And they give you this little bag as well, so you can pop the little stuff in there so it doesn't go wandering, and it's all kept together and super mobile, so you can take it anywhere. And I think that's the heart of this product, to be mobile and accessible, so you can just plug it in. The challenge is, of course, you need mains power to plug it in. So maybe Novamos, if you're thinking about how can we improve the product, maybe building some battery power into it in various ways, or have it USB accessible, so you can plug a USB into a portable battery pack. That might really help it. And I just firm up some of the accessories so they're rock solid. But as we know, as you do that, the price goes up. So I think you're getting a bit more than what you pay for. And if it's a need that you have, then this may well fit it wonderfully. I think I've said all I need to say. If you're interested in buying this, if you're interested in looking at it, please put any comments or questions in the comments below. Please give this video some love. It'll just reach more people, be able to help more people, and it'll help me out. And if you'd like to subscribe, if this has just scratched that itch for you, and you're like, I like the itch being scratched, then subscribe. That would be amazing. You can also join the channel. If you've been knocking around here for quite a while and you want to join the channel, you can do that now. And if you are a regular around here, you'll know that you need to wait till the end for the bloopers. See you, everybody. G'day guys, what's cracking? It's Ralph here, and today I'm talking about an exciting... G'day guys, it's Ralph here, and today I'm talking about an exciting new project from G'day guys, what's cracking? It's Ralph here, and today I'm talking about an exciting new product from Novamos to create funky designs with it. Should have just left it in the pretty pattern it was when we started. I just got carried away, got too excited. Look what's happened.